Hello everyone. I've gotten a few requests to maybe not make my guides on the very last week of the DC season. A very reasonable request, honestly. So today I'll be walking you through Underground Holy Flower and hopefully provide you with a framework you can build off of to accommodate your own box. Now EU does have Nox box this week, so I'll showcase two versions of the team, one where I utilize it and one where I don't. Alright, let's build a composition. This is a very interesting DC season. It has a pretty clear theme going on, namely mob spawning, forcing you to deal with different kinds of threats at the same time. So if you have some supportive wave clearers built, such as Wendy, Oak and Crash, this will see a lot of value for you here. We, however, are going to be using the bare minimum, as per usual. So Nox is going to be working overtime. The mobs move in the following fashion and are comprised of a mix of adds and elites. The elites have very generous hitboxes that actually overlap with the boss, so we're going to be taking advantage of that. We add Nox as a wave clearer to take care of the adds, and we slot in Che and Labby to deal with all the core breaking we need. There's also an excellent chance to once more showcase the power of Embrace Labby, as the elites will help fund her spinning potential and allow her to take on the role as our boss killer as well. Now these three are our core units and should be familiar to most people. Theoretically they cover all the bases we need for this boss, so let's do a run and see if there are any aspect we're weak on. As always, the only S-rank Crimebrands I'm running are those from the BFL shop, and I'm running my Nox without any 2 and 3rd slot, just to compensate for her high investment. Alright, so I'm here with the run, and I'm just going to take a quick moment to pause here, and draw in some relevant squares that I want you to pay attention to as the run plays out. So, pause here. And the first square is going to be the adds path. Now this isn't super important, but it's something to keep in mind. The next one, and the more important one, is the elite hitbox. Because the elites have a 2x2 hitbox. Just very important. Because as you can see already, Che's ultimate is going to be able to hit both of the elites. And lastly is the boss's hitbox, sorry. As you can see here. And it overlaps pretty heavily with the elites. Alright. So, let's see how we're going to be abusing that with both Che and Labby. As you can see, as you would expect, I'm just moving Nox around here to clear the adds. I'm blocking up top there, just so she doesn't go too far. I can still control her within the squares that I want her to. And notice that I'm using my Labby on that square right there. I could break both of the elites at once. However, what I actually want to do here is that I want to have her deal with one elite at a time, do 1 core damage to the boss, do the next elite, do 1 core damage to the boss, and then finish the boss off herself. If I did it all the way around, I'm pretty sure I would not have enough energy to actually get enough Labby spins in. I would have to use 1 more in power than what would be necessary. So this just gives me more Labby spins, for a equal or better amount of breaks. So yeah, this is just more Labby doing Labby things. Empower her again, and here you need to make sure that you're going into the next wave with 1 Empower on Che and 1 Labby ultimate ready to go. So again, we move Nox to deal with the waves. We just wait for Che. And the same concept here as the one that we just illustrated, right? This Labby elite has the same 2x2 hitbox. Now, unfortunately, I am letting her go, get too far away. I can no longer place Labby here to break her if she reaches here. But it doesn't really matter, I still have plenty of damage to take care of it. The ultimate hits both of them. I did actually have a bit of time to get a better Labby ultimate off, but that's fine. Go and finishing it off with Nox. While she returns to her wave clearing duties, we empower Che once more, because we need them ready for the second wave, or the last wave I should say, of elites here. With the 2 Priscillas again. And we already saw this concept demonstrated in the first wave. We wait for both of them to spawn. Chat. Labby. Deal with one of them. And then Labby to deal with the other one. I might as well use the Labby ultimates here to also help out with the wave clearing. Just keep empowering her. Nox has her ultimate again, thanks to her buff. And that's really all there is to it. I'm running out running a bit out of juice here, but it doesn't really matter. I still have 5 seconds left to kill here. I can just animation cancel for the small bit at the end here. Nothing too crazy going on there. So yeah, the team basically works. You only really need these 3 and just some smart users, let's say, of the hitboxes in the stage and the specific wave management timings that are happening. Okay, but what if Nox buff isn't available? In that case, you would want 3 empowers, and we're already using 1 empower to get Labby going. In that case, you can deal with wave 1 in one of 2 ways. The first way is by just simply adding in a supportive wave clearer such as Windy or Oak. In a specific example, we could say that we have Nox down here, Windy here. After these 2 adds spawn, move Windy up here, use her exclusive Crimebrand, then move her back here, where she's going to be dealing with these 2 adds together with Nox. And they're just going to be dealing with them completely normally. There's also the option, of course, of just dealing with the wave 1 by having like naturally strong units, right? Like having something like Darren, having something like the Mess, and just have them auto attack completely normally. You can do that, and that will clear out the adds. But you can also do what I'm doing here, which is simply just stalling them or delaying them. In this case, we have McQueen, Doodoo, and Pepper, all level 1, so no Crimebrands on them. And their entire goal here is just to delay these adds, because these adds are indeed part of Wave 1, and killing them would make Wave 2 spawn faster, but the boss is also part of Wave 1. So unless you kill the boss, you don't actually force a quicker Wave 2 spawn by killing these adds. So delaying them is about the same efficiency. So I've chosen some units that I like to see die, and they're going to be doing the noble task of delaying the advancement of those adds, as you can see here. Now, except for that part, the entire run is basically identical to the one we just watched. The chair positioning is the exact same, getting to hit both of the elites, and the Labby is just going to be spinning all over the place. Deal massive damage with her embrace, and provide some supportive wave clearing for Nox. So Nox ultimate finally available, move her back, and to deal with the waves, as per usual. And this is where it's really important to realize or take note of what a Synod's role is in your composition. I know my Nox is a wave clearer, so I'm not concerned about missing out on, for instance, boss damage by moving her back a couple of times just to clear the waves. I know that's Labby's job. So yeah, same thing here. We're waiting on chat. Just letting Nox wave clear. Get the Labby to stop in a favorable position. There you go. Should move Nox down here, yep, to deal with that wave. We wait with Che until both elites have shown. And Labby spin. Now here I do make the mistake actually of letting my Nox and Che die. I wasn't paying attention, but it's still fine. Labby has, there's no HP left. Labby has plenty of damage on her own here for this. I'm guessing the Pepper Shackle Free came in to do a bit of work there. But yeah, same concept. Alright, so for the final run, I want to show how you take what I just showed you and how you could then improve it. So in both cases, we saw that at the end, I lacked a bit of boss damage, so in this case I've added in another boss killer, which is Mess. We also saw that, we talked about at least, how a supportive wave clearer could help some of my wave clearing issues. So for this I added Langley. And I mean, if you're ever in doubt on what to add after you're seeing a person do a 3-man clear, you can just add an amp. Amplifying is always good. So yeah, in this case I've just added in a bunch of good sinners, and of course all the same restrictions still apply. So in this case I did give Che Corridor, because I wanted to show how he looks on a more comfortable timing here. Yeah, same concept applies. Regulate this with Lappy. And honestly, this was my first ever run of it. I have no idea how the team position should be played. I'm just applying the main principle, the last one. In this case, I do actually empower him for a bit as well, right? And stuff like that you can just go through with trial and error. See what helps you the best. But yeah, Miss is going to add in a bit of boss killing damage. And you notice that I'm just using Inverse Crimebrands here instead of waiting for Che. This is because I have now an abundance of resources suddenly, right? With the Enfer, I have more core break than I need. With the Langli, I have more waveling than I need. Everything just kind of dies without me having to do anything. Here I do waveform again. I have a lot of in power. Like I have too many resources for me to actually use here. Oh, and I forgot to use Miss exclusive Crimebrands. But that's sometimes something I do. Not make the runs too hard to replicate. But yeah, I mean, the same concept there I hope you notice was applied. Like Lappy's doing all the boss killing, the Nox is doing the majority of the wave clearing. So yeah, I hope this has helped you at least a little bit. Let me know if there's anything you want me to change about this format. Otherwise, I hope I'll see you tomorrow again, where we tackle Horo.